Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to use Undetectable Antidetect Browser. It's quite simple to use. First of all, let me show you their website. Pretty standard website with a nice design. The pricing is pretty reasonable. It has a free plan with 5 cloud profiles, which means they're not locally hosted, but they're hosted in the cloud, which means you can synchronize them between different devices. And then they have the base plan at $50 for 50 profiles and a $100 plan for 100 profiles. So roughly it works out to about $1 per currently saved profile, which means that if you have 100 accounts saved up, you'll be paying $100. But if you only actively manage around 5 or 10 accounts and the rest of the time you're just making new accounts, the base plan could be good enough for you. So let's open the browser. So the first thing you need to do is click on the new profile button. Then you select a profile name. For example, I'll just call it ProxyEmpire test. Okay, then you can organize them into folders as well as using tags, which you could do if you have many profiles. So then from the settings, you have several options. You can pick the OS, so mostly Windows, Mac OS, iPhone, Android, and I see that they also have Linux emulation, but for some reason that option is grayed out. I believe it's only available on the higher plans. And for the purposes of this tutorial, I'm on the base plan. So we'll just go with Windows 10. And then for the browser, the interesting thing is, well, most anti-detect browsers only cover Chrome and Firefox. Here the team behind Undetectable has offered us to use Safari, Edge and Opera as well. Although keep in mind, when you're using an anti-detect browser, you want to blend in with the crowd as much as possible, so I would probably still advise you to use either Chrome or Firefox because those are the most used browsers. Then you can actually pick the configuration. Well, in this case it's just Windows and Chrome, but if we leave the OS on all and the browser on all, we can pick from different combinations here, as you can see. So let's go with Chrome. Here you can randomize it and so on. Okay, so you can also pick the user agent. I recommend leaving the default user agent because it matches your OS and browser configuration. For the screen, I would either leave it on default or pick a resolution which is common, like this one, or that one, as well as this one. I would advise you against picking a small screen configuration like 800 by 600 or 960 by 540 because no one really uses those kind of screen sizes nowadays, and it's definitely a red flag. So you can pick the amount of CPU cores and the amount of RAM that you're gonna emulate. I would advise you to go for at least 4 or maybe even better 8 gigabytes of RAM because some websites can view your hardware properties, and if you only have 1 gigabyte of RAM, it seems very suspicious. And the same thing for the CPU cores. Go for 4, 6 or 8. Don't go for 3 or 5 because there's very few CPUs which actually have that amount of cores. On languages, I would leave the default, because after that, when you go to the main settings, which is where you enter the proxy, you can actually set a proxy for each profile and import cookies. So let's click on new proxy. I'm gonna use one of our rotating residential proxies from the US for the purposes of this tutorial. Okay, so let's test it. Check proxy. Okay, we see that we have an IP from the US, from Newark. If the proxy provider you're using offers an IP change link, for example, if you're using a dedicated mobile proxy, you can put the IP change link here, so you can reset the IP through the anti-detect browser. Let's say ProxyEmpire. Okay. So then we have the advanced settings. Here I recommend leaving most of them on auto, especially WebRTC and geolocation and time zone. What this means is that it will automatically fill up those parameters based on the proxy IP. And then you have the cookie section where you can view and import cookies. And then you also have the account section where you can write down your accounts in advance. Okay, so now you just click the create button. Okay. One thing I don't like about the UI is that you cannot actually scale it horizontally. You can only scale it vertically. But it's not such a big thing. But it would be nice if you could like zoom it in and out. Okay, so now all you need to do is click on the start button. And then we can go to whoer.net to test if everything is set up correctly. And we can see that there's no issues detected. The proxy seems fine. There's no anonymizer detector or blacklist. So you should be ready to browse whatever you want. And let me show you also the other features that they offer. They have a configurations manager where you can basically view all the possible configurations. And if you are on a higher plan, you have more than 25, you have 50 or 100 preset configurations. Then there's also the extensions manager where you can basically add extensions from the Chrome Web Store, or you can upload a file in case you want your profiles to come with a pre-installed extension. And they also have a bot feature which you can basically use for automation. You can either use the Chromium engine or web engine, and then you select the profile you want to apply the bot to and how you want to rotate the scripts and what you want the script to do and so on. So that's pretty much it. Make sure you use our exclusive discount code that's posted in the video description below to receive a special discount for Undetectable. And if you have any questions in regard to using Undetectable and integrating it with our proxies, just reach out to us and we'll be happy to help you.